As we await President Trump's news conference at the NATO summit, let's get over to Megan Cassella for more. Megan.
Hey, guys, good morning. So this is a news conference that will wrap up a very quick trip by the president to the Netherlands, spending less than 24 hours there for the NATO summit, but we do expect him any moment. He's had a series of pull-asides this morning with the head of NATO, the leader of the Netherlands. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was meant to be on his bilateral schedule as well. So watching for all of that, and then just a few pieces of news to watch for from this press conference, the main one being that, of course, this is happening against the backdrop of everything going on in Israel and Iran. There continue to be a lot of questions about the level of destruction of Iran's nuclear sites following those U.S. strikes on Saturday. So expect that to be a main topic of conversation here and of reporter questions as well. The other thing just to flag is that a NATO summit declaration has been signed. And you mentioned this earlier, but NATO members have agreed to up their spending on defense to 5% of GDP by 2035, giving them 10 years to do that. But I'll give you some context here. That is a very high level. The U.S., according to the Defense Department, is at a record low at this point. Last year, spending less than 3% of GDP on defense spending. So it's a high level for these European countries, but that's been a main theme this week. The only other thing I would flag that could come up in this news conference is in this declaration. It's the first NATO summit declaration since the start of the Russia-Ukraine war that does not directly condemn Russia's aggression towards Ukraine. There had been questions ahead of time about whether the U.S. would sign on to a declaration that included that language. Now we know it's not in there. Guys.
Interesting. Yeah, one would expect as a result of President Trump's
we have to stay focused on this
posture on that conflict.
Head.